Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Gopi Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Kalashanji Radha Kalashanji Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Shamasundar Radha Shamasundar Sri Radhe. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, if we can do the invocation verses, both Sanskrit and English together, please. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devyam sarasvatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayat. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Narayani Rishi, the supermost human being, and to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the Yasar. Nasta prayasaya breshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati utamasoke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance on the Srimad Bhagavatam, and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome in the heart is almost completely destroyed. In loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Gyantimarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but my spiritual master opened my darkened eyes with a torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectable obeisances unto them. Hare Krishna. Let's go. Let's jump right into the verses. Before it started, I was like so happy that there's so many people that I haven't seen for a while. Prabhuji's back. Vishnu Bhagavan Prabhu, Gokula Nanda, and Manjari Gopika are here. Back in Drisadumna. Thinking this is feeling like our Bhagavatam. All of you guys here. So thank you so much for being here. I'm wondering where Tulsi is. Tulsi's okay? Everything's good? Okay. So, Gajendra just gave some prayers. Who did he give the prayers to? Who did he call out to? Did he call out to Krishna? It's a pretty interesting question, huh? Did he call out to Krishna? Kind of made it ominous, right? He called out to the Supreme Person, but he never says Krishna, right? Huh. So let's see who he's calling out to. Okay, text 30, if somebody would, please. Anybody, don't be afraid.
Sri Shukadev Goswami continued, When the king of the elephants was describing the supreme authority, without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, or Chandra. Thus none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the Supersoul, Purushottama, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra.
So Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are looking at each other. You? No, not me, not you. It's not, he's not talking to any of us. Go ahead, 31, please.
After understanding the awkward condition of Gajendra, who had offered his prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who lives everywhere, appeared with the demigods, who were offering prayers to him. Carrying his disc and other weapons, he appeared there on the back of his carrier, Garuda, with great speed, according to his desire. Thus he appeared before Gajendra.
Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain, but when he saw that Narayana wielding his disc was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk, and with great difficulty due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words: O my Lord Narayana, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Vaishnav, who comes? Who comes to Gajendra to save him? Who? Krishna? Vishnu. Narayan, right? Specifically, Krishna's coming as Narayan. Pretty interesting, huh? Okay.
Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an agreed position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled the king of the elephants along with the crocodile out of the water. Then, in the presence of all the demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with his disc. In this way, he saved Gajendra, the king of the elephants.
Haribol, yes. May at our times of stress, when we call out to Lord Hari, may he come and save us by severing the heads of any of our problems. Wow. Whew. Okay, 30, please. Sri Sukha Uvacha Evam Gajendram Uparvarnita. Can somebody give me? Thank you. Evam Gajendram Upavarnita Nirvishisham. Evam Gajendram Upavarnita Nirvishesham. Brahmadyo Vivyadalinga Bidya Bhimanaha. Brahmadyo Vivyadalinga Bidya Bhimanaha. Mana. Nati Yado Pasasrupir Nikilatama Atmanakvat. Nati Yado Pasarupur Nikilatma Katvat. Tatra Kila Maramayo Harir Avrahasit. Tatra Kila Maramayo Harira Virasit. Bolo, please. Uva Uvacha. Evam Gajanda Upravanita Nirvisesham. Brahmadyo Vividalinga Bidabhimanaha. Nate Yadopasasupur Nikilatmakatvat.
I just want to, please excuse me, I just want to say, never neglect the microphone. There's a lot of people out online, and if you don't use the microphone, it's just dead silence and you can't hear anything.
Mishra Bhagavan Prabhu has spent the last few months away from the Dham, and so probably on YouTube, listening just about every day, right? You probably know every thing that can't be heard in Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Evam Gajendra Mupavarnita Nirvishesham.
Evam Gajendra Upavarnita Nirvishesham.
Brahmadayo Vividhalinga Bidabhimanaha.
Brahmadyo Vividhalinga Bidabhimanaha. Nate Yadopasur Papir Kilatmakatvat. Tatra Kilamara Mayo Hari Avrasid. Let's jump right to the translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Sukadev Goswami continued. When the king of the elephants was describing the supreme authority without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and Chandra. This none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the super soul, Purushotama, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra. Purport. From the description of Gajendra, he apparently was aiming at the supreme authority, although he did not know who the supreme authority is. He conjectured there is a supreme authority who is above everything. Under the circumstance, the Lord's various expansions such as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Chandra, and Indra, all thought, Gajendra is not asking our help. He is asking the help of the Supreme, who is above us all. As Gajendra has described, the Supreme Lord has various parts and parcels, including the demigods, human beings, and animals, all covered by separate forms. Although the demigods are in charge of maintaining different aspects of the universe, Gajendra thought that they were unable to rescue him. Haryam vina naiva mirtim taranti. No one can rescue anyone from dangers of birth, death, old age, and disease. It is only the Supreme Personality of Godhead who can rescue one from the dangers of material existence. Therefore, an intelligent person, to get free from the dangerous existence, approaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not any demigod. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 7.20, Kamyas tas teir hirtya gyanaha pradantye nya devatya. Those who are unintelligent approach the various demigods for temporary material benefits. Actually, however, these demigods cannot rescue the living entity from the danger of material existence. Like other living entities, the demigods are merely external parts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's transcendental body. As stated in the Vedic mantras, Sa Atma Anagni Anya Devataha Angani. Within the body is the Atma, the soul, whereas the various parts of the body, like the hands and legs, are external. Similarly, the Atma of the entire cosmic manifestation is Narayana, Lord Vishnu. And all the demigods, human beings, and other living entities are parts of his body. It may also be concluded that since a tree lives on the strength of its roots, and when the root is nourished with water, all the parts of the tree are nourished. One should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the original root of everything. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very difficult to approach, he is very near to us because he lives within our heart. As soon as the Lord understands that one is seeking his favor by fully surrendering, naturally he immediately takes action. Therefore, although the demigods did not come to the aid of Gajendra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead immediately appeared before him because of his fervent prayer. This does not mean that the demigods were angry with Gajendra, for actually when Lord Vishnu is worshipped, all the other demigods are worshipped. Yasman tuste jagrat tustam. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead is satisfied, everyone is satisfied. As pouring water on the root of the tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and is supplying food to the stomach, enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, so simply worshiping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of the Supreme Personality. Bhagavatam 4:31-14. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped, all the demigods are satisfied. So there's 4 types of people that come to Krishna. He says that's in the Bhagavad Gita, right? What are those 4 types of people? Those looking for wealth? Yes? Go ahead. Yes? Yes. Yeah. So which one is Gajendra in? Yeah, he's very much in distress. And so he's calling out to the Lord. He's not even sure what to give what name to the Lord. He's giving the qualities of the Lord. So this is really interesting because this is a good example of how the qualities of the Lord are non-different than him. When we speak in this manner of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the creator of everything, from everything the spiritual world and the material worlds are emanating from, then Krishna knows as Paramatma that we're speaking to him in his heart. He knows. He knows that this is me this person is talking to. There's nobody else who's the creator of everything. And so it's said that when we come to Krishna consciousness, that basically we've done every worship imaginable in the Vedic literatures, right? We've done all the different sacrifices, the yagyas, this and that. And then we come to Krishna, right? And for so many lifetimes, we have been in this situation of Gajendra. We've been in a situation of seeing the omnipotent Supreme Personality Narayan. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Allah Akbar, Narayan. You know, this omnis presence of the Supreme Person. And so Krishna, this is very nice, you know. St. Francis of Assisi says, if you're going to approach the Lord, first it's best to kiss his feet. Then you might kiss his hand, and then maybe you can kiss his lips. Wow, this is a Christian saint explaining the different levels of Ras with Krishna, you know? At first, it's good to have a good foundation and understanding that how wonderful Krishna is. So we often are emphasizing at first his his great qualities as the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Narayan. Matter of fact, Srila Prabhupada, when he established our deity worship in Krishna consciousness, he asked us to make sure that we are worshiping the Lord in the form of, I'm sorry, my phone's going off. Go ahead and just shut it off if you would, please. Go cool, Nanda. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. He asked us to worship Radharani and Krishna as Narayan, right? Because we should have this awe and reverence when we step onto the altar. We should have a understanding of who we are approaching. And so often we'll pray to Krishna like this, right? We'll have this sense of how Krishna is working in our life. Matter of fact, sometimes we just, I was talking the other day at a program, and the person was like telling me how they said that, they get home or they're chanting the rounds and they're thinking about talking for Krishna, and then they say, oh, but you know everything, Krishna. You know everything that's happened to me, right? You know my day at work, right? Does he? Yes, as Paramatma and as Narayan, God, omniscient, omnipresent. The thing, though, is that, as Krishna says, one who approaches him is very rare. Srila Prabhupada says this is very difficult to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this is very conducive to our Krishna consciousness by understanding a great foundation of who Krishna is. This is why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first 2 cantos, we're hearing about the creation. We're hearing about the Lord's pure devotees. We're getting a really good foundation or a worship of the Lord's feet, kissing his feet. And then when we go through Srimad Bhagavatam, we go up, 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 until the 10th canto, we see Krishna's smile. And while we're doing this, we as devotees should be conscious of our how we're approaching Krishna. Yes, sometimes the material world has got us in a panic. It's hitting us upside the head, right? It's very rough, this world, right? And so yes, when we start our rounds, when we start our prayers to Krishna, it's very conducive to approach Krishna as Gajendra did. There's so much suffering here. Please help me. You know my suffering. You know what's best for me. You know how to save me. Please, my Lord, save me. You know what? And as Paramatma, he'll see us and he'll reciprocate, right? The amazing thing about Krishna consciousness is Srila Prabhupada has given us all 3 aspects of the Lord. The Lord as the energy, the Lord as Paramatma, and then the Lord as his personality. And so as we go through our Krishna consciousness, we should be conscious of how we're approaching the Lord, and we should be we should put some conscious effort into the personal relationship we have with him. We should make sure that instead of the all omniscient or Paramatma aspects of the Lord, we should be developing the personal relationship. For instance, we come in front of Kalashanji. Instead of, oh, Kalashanji, you know my day. Let me get into, how I need you as my supreme protector, the supreme, this aspect of Narayan, the omniscience, the all-powerful Allah. Instead, we can approach Kalashanji and start telling him about our day. Right? We could. I'm just, Instead of, oh, you know my whole day. Hey, Kalashanji, today this happened, and I was really disturbed by it. Or, hey, Kalashanji, this wonderful thing happened today. Let me tell you about it. So when we start doing this, when we start approaching Kalashanji as a person that doesn't just know about our all of our life, he starts to shift the way he approaches us even, right? He starts to enter our life in this personal way that we're revealing our heart to him. And so when you go to Vrindavan, Burijan Prabhu has a program he calls Alone Time with Krishna. And you get a journal and you start writing, Dear Kalashanji. And he says, just don't pick up the pen. Just keep going. Dear Kalashanji, my day went like this and this happened and I've been thinking about this a lot. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And whoa, is it potent. You go, wow, this is a different experience than praying to the Lord for in this different way. Am I saying that I want to be very clear here. I'm saying the foundation of understanding Krishna as this amazing person is necessary so that we don't, when we approach him as a person, we become offensive, right? We don't just start to become taking it for granted, right? So we do need to come to Krishna understanding how amazing he is. However, we should be working on this personal relationship. And we can do things like this. We can start treating him like, okay, here, I'll give another aspect. You ever have in your life where you're having that conversation in your head and it's with another person? I know they're going to say like that, and I'm going to say this, and they're going to say like that. And you know what? They should do that. And anyways, you figure out the whole entire problem in your head. Everything's taken care of. And then you go on a life like that person heard the conversation. they were there, they know. And then you start acting like what don't you understand? We already had this conversation, but you never had the conversation. You had it in your head. This is I've experienced this before, and I know that in the conditioned state, the mind is just going so much, and people are so much in their head that this is quite often what's happening, right? So often also, in the same thing, we start to have those conversations with our personal relationships in our head, and we never spend time actually talking to people. We spend time looking at them on our Facebook, our social media. Oh, they did like that. They did like that. And we never talk to them in a personal way, right? And this isn't so conducive to a personal relationship. When we see somebody in distress over Facebook, what can take a personal relationship further is we call them and talk to them, see how they're doing, right? So similarly, in the same way, yes, we approach Krishna as Paramatma. We have that relationship throughout the day. We're meditating on him. We might talk to him within our heart. And we need to spend that time developing that relationship, that personal relationship. We don't want to stay in the foundational period like Gajendra. Gajendra is approaching. He doesn't even know Krishna's name in a sense, you know. So we don't want to stay there. We don't want to stay in these prayers. We stay there as much as necessary, but we want to be establishing that personal relationship. So my encouragement is that when any of you, if you could please have that time alone with Krishna and speak with him as a person. And it's amazing how he'll reciprocate in such a different way that is different than approaching to him as the Supreme Person, Narayan. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one who approaches me, he's Krishna on the battlefield. He says, one that approaches me is very rare. There's quite a few people approaching Krishna as God. How many religions do we have? People do their pious activities, putting God in their relationship like that. But it's very rare, very, very rare that we get to hear about Krishna. And we get to develop a personal relationship with Krishna, understanding that he is the person who lifts this Govardhan hill. He's the person walking on the Yamuna. He's the one who's the lover of the gopis. He's the son of Mother Yashoda. This information, oh my gosh, we're so fortunate. So we hear from the devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam about how amazing Krishna is, not just as the supreme person, the all-pervasive energy of the Lord, but we hear about his wonderful pastimes. And so we stick with Canto 1, Canto 2 of Srimad Bhagavatam in the sense of what I mean, at the feet of the Lord. We're trying to make steps forward. So we read the Srimad Bhagavatam and then we can look at the smile of Krishna. So we get to read Krishna book. This is the amazing thing that Srila Prabhupada has given us, is this Krishna book, so that we can read about Krishna's pastimes in a proper manner. We don't take it frivolously. We can see that, the way he ties in philosophy and the activities of Krishna it's amazing, And we don't, and through that, we don't get, we can have the right perspective. We can have the right way to approach Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is giving us the right way to approach Krishna. It's amazing. So, these are some things I'm thinking about when I hear about Gajendra approaching the Lord, how kind Krishna is hearing the prayers of the devotee. He's always ready to show up for us. He's so kind, even though we've turned his back. And then, once he approaches, or once we get that contact with him, and we have this nice, wonderful understanding of how amazing the Lord is, we can, at the time, read Srimad Bhagavatam, we read Krishna book, and start understanding that personal aspect of Krishna, and that he's playing with the cowherd boys, and he's interacting in our lives in a very personal manner. 8:15, I'll open it up for questions, comments, thoughts. Hare Krishna. Manjari Gopika, and then Mishra Bhagavan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you for a very nice class, Nanda Braj Prabhu. So you brought up something that my husband asked Giriraj Swami. We were in Mumbai recently and we met Maharaj, and Gokulananda Prabhu asked him, he said, if basically he's like, sometimes I wonder what I should pray, or if I should pray, because Krishna knows everything, so is it even useful, kind of? And Maharaj's response was that somebody had asked Srila Prabhupada that question. Someone had said, if Krishna knows everything, then why do I even need to pray? And Prabhupada's answer was, it is your duty to pray. And then Maharaj told us that there are 3 aspects to a prayer that you compose, and I wrote them down, and I'm glad I did. He said the first is you praise the personality, then you state your own disqualification, and then you pray for mercy.
Very nice. It's our duty to pray.
Prabhupada's books, which aren't just his books, but they're Krishna's books, the Vedas, the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's constantly repeated, and Krishna says that the Lord Shiva we should be worshiping Krishna and not Lord Shiva, not Durga Devi. But somehow, having just come from India, everybody's worshiping Lord Shiva and Durga Devi, especially Lord Shiva. How is it that that it doesn't cross over this what's again and again in Srimad Bhagavatam and Prabhupada quotes so many different Puranas and Upanishads repeatedly saying that
oh no. We changed the batteries.
Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, how do we how come only the Hare Krishna people, ISKCON, seems to believe that Krishna is the supreme? Where does the idea that Lord Shiva is the supreme come from that so many people believe in? Or Ganesh, for instance.
Thank you, Prabhuji. If I'm hearing you correctly, the question is that there's so many people that are worshiping, going to Lord Shiva, Ganesh, and there's only so few people that are going to Krishna, like our International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And why is that? Why is it so many people go to Lord Shiva and Ganesh, but so few are coming to Krishna? Or, yeah. We recognize Krishna as the supreme. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right. So many people are worshiping Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very anxious to answer this question.
Hare Krishna. Well, Prabhupada quoted a verse in the purport that we read from Bhagavad Gita. Kamais taista hrityajnana prapadyate nyadevataha. That people whose intelligence is stolen by lust, by material desires, then they worship the demigods. So that's the problem, is people have material desires, so then Paramatma is in their heart, so he directs them to worship the demigods, right? According to our desire, then we get guided in this life to different association, to different modes of nature act upon us in certain ways like that. But the thing is that these people who worship demigods, they're not connected to a bona fide sampradaya, because there are four bona fide sampradayas, and they're all Vaishnava sampradayas that direct everyone, all the followers, to the worship of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, Radha Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan, like that. So it's not only ISKCON devotees that worship Krishna. Anyone, like Vishnu here is from tradition, his family's coming in the tradition of Sri Sampradaya, right, Vishnu? Sri Sampradaya. And we were talking, and his family strictly worships the Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra, no demigods whatsoever. In fact, Vishnu saw in the darshan room the other day, there was like a Shiva linga and some little Murti of Ganesh, and he got upset about it. He's like, what is that doing here? This is a Krishna temple. These demigods shouldn't be anywhere on the premises. Just right, so it's not only ISKCON. It's basically anyone who's in a bona fide sampradaya, who's following a bona fide line of teachers in parampara. And so those who are sincere will find shelter in a bona fide sampradaya. Those who are insincere, who are not actually interested in a relationship with God, but are just trying to get their desires fulfilled, then they'll end up worshipping demigods.
So many people have different desires, and there's a system in the Vedas for just about anyone. Anybody who's in the mode of ignorance, anybody who's in the mode of passion and the mode of goodness, right? So these people are, we are in different conditions, you know? And so we're approaching the Lord in different ways. And so there are purposes in the Vedas for worshiping the demigods. But we should understand clearly what the purpose is. Is it because you have some condition or some lust or some greed or something that's within you? Now these demigods, as devotees of Krishna, that's why Lord Shiva is one of the persons who lets somebody come into the holy dham, right? There's 4 protectors of the holy dham, Lord Shiva being one of them. People who come to Lord Shiva, eventually Lord Shiva, after so many times saying, hey, you should go to Krishna, you should go to Krishna, no, I'll stay here. He says, okay, oh, you should go. Finally, we will hear it. Lord Shiva will finally say, in a way, or he'll make a situation come out that we hear clearly, I'm not the one. You should go to Krishna. But are we ready to hear it? Now, that's the process of life that we need to go through to be able to get into a point where we finally are surrendered enough to come to Krishna. Now, everybody has their fight, right? Everybody has their kurukshetra, their battlefield. And so our battlefield, we each have one, is in the morning we say the offense to the holy name is to consider the demigods the same as Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. So also we need to come up to the platform of not treating Krishna as an all-pervasive money, or order supplier, right? That often people do come to the demigods for. Oh, take away this obstacle. Oh, protect me. Oh, provide me money. Provide me wealth, right? Are we approaching Krishna like that? Are we approaching Krishna as the supreme person and developing a personal relationship with him? And so this can be often our fight in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or Krishna, and Srila Prabhupada so expert from bringing us from a conditioned life of millions and millions of births of acting as Krishna in this impersonal way. The money supplier, the order supplier, this and that. He starts to give us that Krishna is a person. He's playing in Goloka Vrindavan. He's so sweet. Start developing a relationship with him like this. So, in the Brihat Bhagavatam, Gopakumar is going through these different stages, right? He comes to Narayan, oh, this is nice, but it's not it. And he keeps going farther and further. This is nice, but this isn't it. So similarly, everybody's going through their, this is nice, but it's not it. And eventually we get to the supreme person. We get to a point where we're finally ready to hear about the person who is the center of the world, the center of the creation, the lover of Radharani, the son of Mother Yashoda. Your point, I think, even calls out more that it's so rare that we get an opportunity to actually hear about Krishna. Not just somebody's talking about Krishna and we're not hearing it. We're hearing it from this pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada says it and we actually are willing to listen, wow, we are so fortunate. We actually, all we've done is made one good decision to listen to Srila Prabhupada. And everything else is being done by him and Krishna. It's so kind, We just finally made one good decision to listen to Srila Prabhupada. Any other comments, questions, thoughts? Krista, what do you think? Is this your first day back? Krista Dunda's got to speak.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the nice class. I appreciate how you're helping us come to see Krishna in a more personal way. And Yeah, Mahaprabhu, or Srila Prabhupada had this translation of the Maha Mantra, where essentially it's, "O Radha, O Krishna, please engage me in your service. O my friend, please accept me. Bring my heart closer to your heart." So, yeah, Krishna, he is, it's like Ishopanishad, it says he's far away, but he's very near as well. So, Krishna is far away, he's in Goloka Vrindavan, but simultaneously he's very near as well. So, thank you for churning the nectar on this topic.
Hare Krishna. So Gajendra is approaching the Supreme Person with this wonderful prayer, speaking about Krishna's wonderful qualities. He doesn't even know the Lord's name, and the Lord is so merciful, he still comes and helps, right? Often we're in the same similar situation, approaching Krishna with the this omniscient, omnipotent, Supreme Personality, energy or Paramatma, and that's very good. We should not quit that. My encouragement is that we develop that personal relationship with Krishna by having some alone time with him, by speaking to him like a person. Not that he does know our day or he knows this or he knows that. Let's talk to him, reveal our mind, reveal our heart to Krishna. And we'll see where that goes. Srila Prabhupada has given us this wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam, this wonderful Krishna book, so that we can start to understand the amazing personality of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Antikoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Tomorrow morning, His Holiness Hanumat Prashak Swami will be giving class. Please, if you all will come and invite your friends. And this Maharaj hasn't been here for quite some time. He's just making a little touch and go. And even in that little time that he's here, he'll be doing a home program in Srimad Bhagavatam class. Anyways, we can come and hear from him. Please. Hare Krishna.